You Farida?
Yes, and we're closed.
Why are you closed? Why are you closed?
Got something might interest you?
You've seen
I
this
doubt it.
this clip?
Here you collect trinkets. Unification War era.
Come in.
Like there is this guy in Canada who I guess who was banned from some kind of a Canadian mall, and he was like banging, and they closed the door, I guess, when they saw him, because like during the day, and he was standing there with kind of a plastic bag in hand and banging the door and shouting, "Why are you closed? The great Canadian public desires to shop. Why are you closed?" It's quite funny. It's a modern day classic. Okay, let's see what they have to offer.
I'm sorry I was unwelcoming. Ever since a certain space plane crashed nearby, I've had to be more cautious.
Let me guess, you're also an... Whoa, Reed is already here.
Good to see you.
Reed could have just vouched for me.
Here to see me?
Things are in flux. The situation's changing fast. I thought we should talk.
Well, I guess, like,
I'm here about Somi.
I
spent hours.
one lesson I learned from one of the side quests is that you never piss people off right before you go under.
To resort to treason.
You're in no position to understand, Reed. Your life ain't on a timer.
I mean, everyone's life on a
Guy near
timer.
death. Stared him in the eyes up close. She's trapped. Not just here and now, but going months back. Hell. Actually years.
So I don't want to piss like
blame
the
Myers.
piss Reed off, so then I go under and they
Damned to avoid him.
tinker with me
Songbird,
somehow.
The Blackwall. Dirty tricks meant to give her a competitive edge.
I guess the president's
No
to
wonder
blame.
Somi doesn't trust anyone. Except maybe you. A little.
Song should trust you, not me. That
She
it?
should go to prison. It's so
Can't
laughable.
say I really blame her. Can only blame myself.
But could you have done anything differently?
Something. Anything. Instead of giving in and being exiled in Night City, a couple thousand miles away.
Why do I have to choose this this answer? I disagree with this sentiment, right? Like, we're not living in such a world. Like prisons in Night City. I mean, there is a prison. I've seen it, right? But it's like, it sounds ridiculous. In 2077 world, no. I'm not talking to you. Okay, I have to talk to you. I mean, the game forces me, but I want the record show that I disapprove of this option.
There's a prison cell prepped and waiting for her already. Somi knows that full well.
She lives to see tomorrow and every day after. That's what matters.
I mean,
Myers
come
needs her
on,
alive,
that's
sure, but forgive and forget the attempt on her life? Never.
oh my gosh, Jesus,
Myers might not forgive her.
ridiculous. Like
Doesn't mean
now
we
V is playing both sides. What the hell? Like, what the hell are you trying to bring me around
What she's
for?
trying to sell me, Reed?
Nothing. I'm merely trying to convince you.
Okay. We break the chain Hansen wrapped around her neck. Then what?
We stow away somewhere safe. Ask some questions. Establish some common ground.
Sounds reasonable so
Once I get
far.
the answers I'm looking for, I'll personally help it disappear.
I mean, you can
Everyone,
disappear people in many
including
different
Myers.
fashions, you know.
Wanna ask her a few questions, huh?
To understand her side. Got an idea already of what I'll hear. System broke her. Almost took her life.
I don't believe him.
Like it did mine.
He is a loyal soldier.
As for me, well,
Yeah. Disappear in, like, yeah, why in prison? Just disappear, you know, like a bullet to the head. I don't believe him, you know.
Spinning quite the yarn playing me. Fits the MO of someone who used to recruit spies for a living.
fuck. No. Just listen.
Alright, I'm listening. You're being way too... I can do it myself. Like, I can make people disappear, like, but in a
We
good
got
way.
contacts in Europe.
Help her.
We'll find the best clinic, put you two back together, fix what's broken. Once we have your cure in hand.
Alright, I'm listening.
But I need to help Somi first. She's lost, and I'm concerned she doesn't know what she's doing.
So
You
I
don't
want to
trust
kind
her?
of protect her.
What
I mean,
I
you
don't
are a
trust is the shit from beyond the black
suspect
hole and the
character, you know?
attendant paranoia.
Suspicious
Both in play here,
character.
I'm afraid. She has another plan in mind. I'm damn sure of it.
Read you loud and clear. So what's it all mean next?
I don't want to, like,
I have something for you.
give information that they give to me to somebody else, like, because, like, I'm no snitch. Why they hit you? I'm telling you nothing. But what do I tell a doctor? Tell him to suck a lemon. You know?
We can't take any chances. And when she wakes up, she'll wake up at home.
So, I mean,
She could sense the breaker. Not talking about some run-of-the-mill runner here.
It's meta-heuristic, hyper-aggressive tech, cobbled together by a literal army of experts. If she does sense it, it won't matter. No one out there, alone, could withstand
I
something.
mean, that sounds quite invasive.
Okay. How do I use it?
I guess we're making... What the hell? We're making... Jesus
Fire it
Christ.
up when you're both jacked into the mainframe. At that moment, Somi's door will be wide open.
This'll turn to shit.
Like a mosquito bite, yeah!
Who said it has to?
No.
Say you do, Corner. Expect the unexpected, if you know what I mean.
There comes a time when all expectations are null and void. Right now, we're focusing on...
No,
saving
you
your
like
life.
all the president's
time will come
men.
later.
You're one of them.
It's time I was on my way. I leave you in...
I don't trust Somi, but I don't trust him either. They are all like talking
Call
nonsense.
me once you're done here.
The sooner we begin, the sooner we finish.
Alrighty.
I need to do anything, or...
20 questions first. Should I hold your hand? No. Do nothing.
Alright.
Tush.
I'm right.
Meet chair. Okay. Anesthesia incoming. Don't worry, it's the good stuff. Relax and submit. NID modding
Again, Myers.
complicated, but the procedure is surprisingly simple.
This tech actually heard about it. Back at Arasaka Counter Intel. We thought it got the chop at the prototype stage.
As you can see, it yet lives. Chatterbox.
Yeah, we really do talk too much. I mean, they give us this alternative option,
Anesthesia is taking
but
hold.
I mean, all these alternative options seems like real like blabbering. Yeah, I was Arasaka counterintelligence, we blah blah blah. I mean, I'm not Arasaka anymore. I'm like a merc. So what does it matter? But I mean, it's like information that you could hide and use to your benefit. But then it's like presented to you as open for giving. I mean, that's my choice, I guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's a mask. Alrighty then. Wow. I wonder if my feet will feel like noodles. Oh, Johnny's here. How are you feeling, Johnny? Because I remember I had...
Fingers, my hope.
Ah, classic Johnny.
Nice to see you in good form.
You want something from me?
To chat. Got no other options. You'll have to do.
So tell me, what's it feel like to be a traitor?
Interesting way of saying undercover FIA agent.
Shit, actually butt into this. They send you to a fancy party, stroke your ego, and now you're some kind of
I'm
super
just
spy?
kidding, I'm just being
What's
facetious.
next? Fucking gold medal? Ticker tape parade? A statue? A national holiday? Kids home from school? What the fuck? But seriously, found yourself in a shit-tastic situation. Come on, got iron in your hand. Gotta put it to someone's head. Pull the trigger. The master spy and the agent unloosed. Tragedy, comedy, or both.
Think one of them's trying to dupe me?
Yeah, no
No,
shit,
they're both
Sherlock.
telling the truth.
They're both
They might
trying
be muddy
to.
on the nitty-gritty, but their motivations are plain and clear.
They're both trying to fuck me over.
Survival. It's her be-all and end-all. That and she's a walking, talking nuke. The kind that keeps making mistakes, never knowing which one's gonna
I mean,
set her
we
off.
could set her off on all the corporations, right? We can
Bastard
use
and
her.
me are running the same. If I hadn't ghosted the army, I'd have become a Reed myself. Live and die by our principles. That's the tragedy, V. Someone's gonna play victim to the other's good intentions. Try not to forget that when you're standing over that fucking overgrown neuro drive.
Reed or Songbird? What would you do in my shoes, Johnny?
I'll help Songbird.
I am in your shoes, dumbass. For every gong choice you make. But I can't do dick. But honest to God, V, not fucking around? I don't know. Got no goddamn clue.
You know, I guess the problem is I actually listened to what Somi was telling me, and I mostly talked over what Reed was telling me, so I kind of missed all his explanations. So it's a little bit,
Pop by if I need anything else.
I can't wait.
I can't actually remember what was his reasoning, right? ZX TNRTX faceplate today. That's cool. So they actually performed this on general public, supposedly. Combat Zone. So she's an aspiring writer, but well, you know, a little bit of writer's block, I see. Special request. And maybe it's not a general public. Read. Sublime. Okay. Note friend. Right. So I talked over the Reed's reasoning, so it's kind of difficult for me to take his side, because I don't actually know what his side is, except for like a vague feeling that he is like, you know, a loyal to the system guy, right? So,
Hey, procedure's a wrap.
V, I hope you're not feeling too
it's like,
post-
why would I care
It's time to
about
intercept
Songbird
this
like
massive
betraying NUSA
Just
and
one
whatnot,
hiccup. Our access to
right?
Karen Exotic
She
was
just
cut.
wants to do her thing
Wait,
and
seriously? So we lost him?
be free.
Not entirely. We know they were last in City Center, headed our direction. Find a vantage point near the entrance of Dogtown. You'll grab a trace on the runners as they drive to the meeting.
There is a dude covering. Yeah, cause right, it's like again it's a lawless reality kind of, and I mean like arrests for like treason and whatnot. It sounds so 20th century. It sounds so not like post kind of post-unification war world. That just, you know, when the governments are corporations and the corporations are government, like it's not treason, it's just you know, it's just competition. Right, so do we unlock a new clinic then, right? Let's check out. Maybe she has some unique mods, right? Because again, I guess this ties in quite neatly into this previous discussion about Strugatsky, because this is the future written by someone from the past, right? So how it's not how the future's gonna be, because like still the shadows of the past, they
Hey, open for bids today?
Today, yes. Sit. And if you blab on, I may forget the anesthetic.
right? Oh, so we had to replace. Oh no, it's another face slot. Ooh, that's cool. And we can actually upgrade it. Let's see. It gets shorter cooldown, right? Intelligence attuned, but otherwise they're all the same, right? Huh. That's cool. That's cool. Huh. I approve of this, right? It ties to my previous story about Strugatsky, because like Cyberpunk again, when was the world written? In the 20th century. When was the game made? Well, I guess the seeds for the game were laid out in the world that was still transitioning to the post-truth world. Not yet there, but getting there, and it shows. It's like the midday 23rd century again. Like it's a far future written by someone from the past, and you can see how much it is just the present with the veneer of the future, with the just sci-fi, with the formal sci-fi elements. It's like you know, the Star Wars in a way, because right, in Star Wars you see the future, but in a way it is kind of retrofuturism in the sense that it is not advanced per se, right? Yes, there are automatic doors and the lightsabers, but when you look at when you see the technology on which, when you see the kind of a technology on which the actual technology is based. Why do we need to get to the vantage point? All right. And we need to assign this, do we? It's already assigned. By the way, we are already in our in our kind of a work clothes, right? And it shows that it's the only thing that could be, I guess, mass-produced, because to imagine a truly alien future, I guess it is impossible for our brains constrained by the existing reality, as it is impossible to imagine a non-existing color, a new color, right? Like, try to imagine a new color. So try to imagine future, and don't base it on the present or the past, right? It is it's either impossible or will not be, I guess, accepted by the wider audience, probably, as being too unrealistic. But it is kind of, it's a weird thing to say about. Wait a second, what the hell is over there? Right, it's a weird thing to say about sci-fi, but again, people expect for. I'm sorry, I'm gonna be quiet. people expect for the works of fiction to actually make sense. Unresponsive, multiple shot wounds.
No, no, please, no!
Huh. I can... 90... Who are you? Wow, you are, you know, you require 97. I'm so close actually, right? But I can damage you quite significantly. Who are you? She's kind of psycho, right? So I don't want to really like kill her, but I can't really hack her. Ow! Okay, I will need to equip my peaceful thing. It's non-lethal, and I will need. Do I need actually silencer? Because I'm never using it from stealth, right? Let's see. Do I have anything like crit anything? It's stealth damage, minus crit chance. Do we have like a plus crit chance? Recoil direction reduction. Yes, we do this. I still don't understand how to use ricochets. It doesn't make any sense to me. Headshot crit chance. We'll need that, right? Shit, she is quite fast. I mean, I can hack her, but only with bonuses. So, and in any way, the future is already here. There is cyberware that shows ricochet trajectory, but I kind of find the whole mechanic useless. Yeah, they kind of pay too much. They pay too much not lip service. They talk too much about it, and like I find it difficult to make use of. I've seen this kind of either mod or cyberware. Where are you? Cool, you are alone here. Right? Because it only shows when it is contrasted with the actual reality. So when the future... So she just... overloaded on... Okay, what have we here? Oh no, isn't happening. There's blood on my hands. Don't remember anything. What did you take? Something that heavy hearts, blacked out. There's bodies. Get back to Night City quick. I'm just gotta calm down. All in my head, need to take something. Don't take anything else. Yeah, she kind of overloaded on substances. Who are you? Right? And so already we have such a reality that precludes this future, this imagined future from ever taking place, because it kind of lags behind the actual. So some elements of this future are already a thing of the past in a way. I mean, it was different. Like in Strugatsky, it was like unresolved. So kind of the future described, it kind of skipped a part, and the world is completely different. And here we have like the future that tries to be a continuation of the current world, but it fails at that, right? So the other future, again, while intending to be continuation of the current one, fails at that from the point of view that it skips some crucial part that cannot be skipped. And here we have some crucial parts that that take way faster kind of to develop than they they've been written into this future, if that makes any sense. Right, let's see what, alright, maybe she won't notice it. So they were actually typing as she was like over there. Yeah, she killed everyone, so she had a real bad trip. So they were probably shooting some meth, and then yeah, and then she snapped. How can she snap? How can she snap? Right? Ooh, some platforming challenge. Let's see what we have at the end of those platforms. Because, I mean, we owe it to our boy Luigi. At the very least. Like, what's your opinion on the real Luigi? I mean, Luigi Mangione. Do you have any opinion on the guy? Because, I mean, he still is technically a suspect in the case, but it starting to look quite like he was actually the perpetrator, not just a suspect, but the guy who actually did the thing. Somebody was tinkering with the drone here. Just random bags or reference? We may never know. You okay? Yeah, I guess that's a junkie alley. So it's the alley where the junkies gather and shoot up their stuff. But you know, this kind of looks like a cool tech. Maybe they plan to sell it for another dose or something like that. Yeah, this is weird. Like, and what is this? Is this place where somebody lives? Or yeah, it's the kind of the wall. We're gonna build the wall, and the Night City is gonna pay for it. Isn't that right? Isn't it right, Zach? Yeah, you know, I always found this aspect of I know the right word. It's charming. I wanted to describe that old man as charming. And that's a good and correct word to describe that guy. And I also like speaking about this. Isn't it right, Zach? I find this quite charming, like so much so that I contemplated kind of stealing this for myself, but I mean, like obviously it's not gonna be authentic, and that's the reason I decided against it. Because the reason why it was charming, it was solely because it was so authentic. Yes, it was quirky and authentic, and you cannot. I already spoke on it at length that like quirks are only charming when they are authentic. I mean, they may be annoying, but you can't really force a quirk on yourself. So only authentic things bring joy. Like you cannot fake that. You may try, but it will not have the charm. It's like the joke. Well, not the joke, but you know, the saying that Lukyanenko, who I think turned out to be a dirty weasel in the end, but in some of his work he expressed something that some people might find worth paying attention to. Let's put it this way, right? And so he said, like, he was telling an old kind of a joke a joke in one of his books about the New Year's decorations. So the joke goes like, have you heard? They have there are some counterfeit New Year's decorations in town. Like, and how can New Year's decoration be a counterfeit? Well, I mean, they look like the real ones, but they don't bring joy, right? So it's kind of a joke, and I don't want to put too much credit to that writer, because as if I recall correctly, he turned out to be a huge kind of piece of shit in the end. But it's the same with this quirkiness. You can try to fake it, but it will not be charming. And whatever you do, it will never be. And one, and yeah, there's another guy. And the last one, come out. I see you. I have the wrong tech weapon that does not go through. You never pick. You never pick against the op. That's I've read some of his books lately, and as always, it's quite obvious. It's quite obvious not that he always was. It's quite obvious not that he always was. I mean, I guess it depends on the book you are referencing. But oh, it's already unlocked. God damn it, how are they so fast? Oh no, it was only hacked, not unlocked yet. Alright. So some of his works that I read earlier, I mean my youth, I quite liked them. They were sci-fi and adventurous, and some of them I guess could be construed as a little bit, at least a little bit inspired by Strugatsky, but I don't think any of the modern writers that many people have heard of have come even close to the way Strugatsky were writing. I guess the times have changed maybe, but I haven't. I'm yet to read the time of who that? She dead? No, I already brought it to the drop point. I'm sorry. Right? Because again, you have to live in reality. Yeah? Ah, yeah, so the time of the heirs or something like that, or the ones who come after, how would you call this? The people who come after you, because like an antonym to ancestor, it's a I mean, heir is one of the words, but it's not quite right, is it? Oh, no, I'm alive. It's like let me see. It's not an ancestor. It's the opposite to ancestor. It's sometimes these simple words slip my mind. It means that I'm still I'm still a learner. It's a progeny. Yeah, a progeny. I was thinking about like progenitor or something like that, but I knew that was wrong. It's a progeny. Like, so time of progenies, I guess, right? I never read this series. Well, the books are okay, but he is snobby, imperialist, misogynistic piece of garbage, and sticks quite a lot through his characters. Yeah. That's right. that's quite right. So that's why I never gave his book another read lately, and I have reread Strugatsky quite often lately. Well, lately, no, I mean I have reread Strugatsky at least several times. Let's put it this way, right? So yeah, it's the same, but it was a good. It was hard notice when I was in my teens. Yeah, same here. When you are a teen, you kind of are just excited by the adventure and by by the characters are written there. You're maybe not as well. Your brain is still forming. You still are not. You are still not an adult. You may not necessarily come to good conclusions, let's say. So that's why it's kind of, you know, I mean, during this kind of monologue play, I was thinking about. I want to get to the vantage point. We can do it later. I was thinking about the reason they kind of give those classical works by the literature classics in the school in school, right? Because the on one hand, like, where else would you give those work to the populace so that everyone, well, most everyone would read it? Because most of this work are very old and probably would not find their way into some people's purview who might read them in school and be and would be able to see what they are about and what ideas are written into those books. But I thought, like, it is very difficult, I would imagine, for a young... Are you okay, lady? For a young, underdeveloped brain to fully comprehend all the, you know, the deep, like, those criticisms of the power structures and of the human condition that oftentimes, oh, this is such a cutie. It's like almost a toy, you know, backloader. it's so cute. Like it's almost like one I had as a toy that had like the back part was articulated and you can load it with some kind of a sand and then kind of unload it. And I remember, like, boys in the hood were always taking it from me because they were using it to draw the lines on their football field because it was useful to kind of it rides kind of alone, and then with the lifted back part it kind of spills the white sand over the field, drawing a good straight line, right? So yeah, so I've been thinking that, like, it is real weird to give some of the works for teenagers and developed brain to read because they are not capable of properly comprehending it. They will need to reread it again in the older years. But again, and so again, my idea was maybe they are doing this on purpose to breed resentment. You see, it just disappeared when I did this. The gun just disappeared. Like, I thought maybe it was to breed resentment to any kind of a serious work. Like, you give it too early and it's too alien to a teenager brain, and that's why a kind of a resentment breeds, and then those teenagers would not think about those works because they would consider them, you know, they would be associated with
Please, you got it wrong.
Jesus Christ, I'm not doing this, I just fell. Ooh, that's a nice bike. They would associate it with being forced to read, and this might turn off many people from reading. I mean, the people who would be interested in books in general, they still would be, but maybe some people who could be interested in those books if they were presented in a different fashion, if they were given some simpler works to study at school, so that their interest in reading, actual interest in reading develops, and not just, oh, this is the kind of the escape pod, isn't it though? So it's the escape pod where Sunbird dropped, maybe, right? It seems like it. So this is the kind of the escape pod door. That's a nice little detail. So it seems like the goal is to just throw some works at them and, well, and hope that it doesn't stick, right? How weird that might sound. And for those for whom it does stick, they are a minority. Because I think it would be like if the goal was to breed critical thinking, if the goal was to breed the love for good works, for analysis, for like, you know, contemplating your place in the universe and humanity's place in the universe, or even on this planet, your place as a citizen and as a person, as a human, and so on and so forth, you should breed the love of reading, not reading like very specific books, kind of like that. Well, the Umbrian does the job, but it was also I was also casually imperialistic, xenophobic, and sexist because I did not know better. Young, underdeveloped. No, they're just a navy. No, that's definitely an escape pod. I'm sure of it. Because you saw the hatch, right? And you know, they joke that no, there is a saying, the one who is not liberal when they are 18 has no heart, and the one who is not conservative in their 40s has no brain. But while I agree with the first sentiment, I grew to disagree quite heavily with the second sentiment. Like, I would say, like, the one who is not a liberal in their 18 when they're 18 has no heart, and the one who is not liberal when they are 40 has no brain and no heart. That's how I would say, right? Well, I guess it's good that you outgrown it. I hope you did. So yeah. But yeah. I had this idea that they give too heavy books, like such difficult to comprehend books for young brains, so that their love for reading and for thinking never actually develops. I mean, that smells of conspiracy theory, but I mean, it's not something I strongly believe in, it's just a random thought that visited me today. And with that, I will be ending my short stream today. I've started quite late, but it was still nice to see all of you here. Alright? I think we played some Cyberpunk during this stream, but I also like the way we chatted. It was it's always nice to see you on stream. I hope you will become a regular. Yeah, so goodbye and see you next weekend.